Hey guys, Julie P. Yogi here. I am going to do a part 2 of how to make more sales. I just get little things that keep coming to me that I think, oh, I should have said that, and oh, I should have said that. So I just thought I would do a third video. So I've noticed in the short time that I've been on Poshmark, I've been on Poshmark since November of this year, 2018, and it's sort of like online dating, which I did for a really long time before my husband and I met. If you're online a lot more, you'll get more dates and more emails because people, it's the whole algorithm thing, like on Facebook, how when someone comments, it pops up to the top and then everyone else sees it and they comment. So it does the same thing because Poshmark is like a social media site with all the, how you can add friends and that sort of thing. Sorry, my clothes are done. The second time I've had that happen in the middle of a video. But the more time you spend on Poshmark, the more money you will make and the more sales you'll make. And I know it's kind of a bummer because you're like, oh, I don't want to be glued to my phone all the time. But if you are wanting this to be a full-time business or even a part-time business, think about that. If you spend part of your time on there, like whatever a part-time job is to you, 25, 30 hours, you're going to make more sales. So the more you're on it, the more you're sharing other people's stuff, your stuff will pop up in the feeds. Like I try to get on Poshmark and I have a for sale, a sold sign. So that way everything of mine that's sold bumps down to the bottom. And so that people aren't scrolling through my closet, which, mind you, let me see if I can look right now how many things I have. I want to say I have like 958 or something. 969. So it takes me a little over an hour to share my entire closet, and sometimes like the funny thing is there's nothing even in the dryer. The dryer door is open right now. Like, why is it doing that? I had this shirt in the dryer because I put it on over my wide tank top so I look fancy for y'all. And I wanted to get the wrinkles out. But anyways, back to what I was saying, which was about sharing my closet. I've noticed that when I do reshare all of the things in my closet and get all the sold stuff down below my sold sign, everything after they're sold, I always get comments on items, questions about things, sales, and I always get a lot of people sharing my stuff. So there's one lady, I want to say her username is Sam Cat, SAMCAT, and every time I share a bunch of stuff, she shares a few of mine. So then, of course, I, go and share some of hers. But the more you're on it, the more sales you're going to make. So it's just one of those things where it just depends on how much time and effort you want to invest into it. I know in the very beginning, my husband would be like, oh, Poshmark, because he felt like I was addicted to my phone. And I was just learning a lot of the tricks and the tips, and I had really wanted to make some money, and it took me, I think, 2 weeks before I actually made a sale. And now I'm probably making sales daily. I would say one thing every day, if not 2 or 3 things every day. Also, let's see, also being online and having your notifications turned on, because I've noticed when people don't have their notifications turned on, and it's really annoying when you've asked them a question, 3 weeks later they haven't replied, and then you find it somewhere else, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, if you don't answer people's questions right away, they're gonna go find the same item somewhere else or a comparable item. So it really helps if you can answer questions, and if you can respond to people in a timely manner. They're gonna be like, oh, she's there, she's on it, Also, I have noticed, and I've had this happen, bite me in the butt, I want to say 3 times. I have bought something, and then I noticed it's been a couple days and they haven't shipped. And after 5 days, Poshmark will send them an email saying, hey, don't forget to ship this. They still don't ship it. And then I want to say it takes another 5 days for you to get your money back if the person doesn't ship it. And I've had this happen with 2 items. The 3rd item, the lady shipped on the 5th day after they sent her the reminder. And I was almost going to message her because I really wanted this purse. It was super cute. Want to see it? It's a hobo purse. I don't know if I love it or not, but it's cute, and it's got little pocket on the other side. And see, Hobo has fun interior lining. If you don't know about Hobo, it's my favorite brand for purses. I used to like Coach and everything else, and now I'm like Hobo all the way. This is a Hobo wallet I've shown before, I think in one of my first videos. They have these fun little magnets. It's a Hobo Lauren is the edition or whatever. And then this one has like a fun like inside. They all have different insides that are neat. But my best friend turned me onto this brand because she had the wallet and she's had it for over 7 years and loved it. So anyways, so that lady, I did give her a 4-star review because I was a little bummed that it took her so long to ship. You're supposed to do it 3 to 5 days, and she literally waited 5 days and no interaction. Like if somebody sends me a message and says, hey, I'm sorry I haven't been able to make it to the post office, my son is sick or whatever, like I get it, you know, life happens, but to not tell me anything and then wait 5 full days to ship it was a little frustrating. Okay, so also daily action. Oh, back to the items that I had purchased and that person never shipped. I had bought a flannel for my son for Christmas, and I was really bummed because I had waited, of course, till the last week right before Christmas, and it didn't come. I kept telling my son, oh, I got one more shirt coming for you. Never came. And then if you looked on the guy's page or profile, whatever you call it, he had not been on there in like 6 or 8 months and not shared anything, not did anything. And the guy only had like 4 shirts. So it was just some single guy probably trying to sell his own stuff. And so I canceled it, and then, you know, it took a couple days to get my money back. Another thing was a purse that I was buying for my sister. Same thing. I noticed the lady hadn't been on that page in a few weeks, maybe even months. So if a person is not active, chances are maybe they downloaded the app and deleted it. Or there was one gal I found, I literally think she must have died because she had a full-on profile, all kinds of clothes, and then all kinds of comments on every item saying, I don't know what's wrong with this seller, but I've purchased and she never shipped. And that said on like every item. So something happened where she was not able to, I mean, it just seems like I couldn't figure out what else would make people not send stuff that people shipped. You know, something happened. It's kind of sad. But so also knowing if there's an item that you really want and like you're trying to decide between 2 different sellers, look on their page, and if they haven't commented, if people have made comments and they haven't replied in months, I wouldn't buy from them. I had a lady that had a bundle of maternity clothes I really wanted. I commented 3 times, hey, is this still available? Because I noticed that she hadn't been active and she never replied. So, you know, I had to go buy clothes elsewhere. So just all that to say, if you're not on there regularly, you're not sharing regularly, people aren't going to think you're around and they're not going to buy from you. So it helps if you're on there daily, or at least Monday through Friday. I try to not do too much on the weekends. Also, posting on social media has helped me get a lot of referrals. So you guys know about the referrals, I hope. It's one of the best things about Poshmark. Well, for me anyway, as a seller. So if you tell a friend, you give them your user code. Like mine is Julie P. Yogi, my username in all caps. And if they use your username, you get $5 to spend, and they get $5, or you get $5 once they have purchased an item, and then they get $5 to spend. So it's a win-win. You both get $5. 2 little caveats that I've noticed with that is if you tell a friend, hey, here's my user code, and they go online, like on a desktop as opposed to a phone, they have to, or it won't work. It doesn't give you a spot to put in the referral code. And likewise, if they download the app through Facebook, like, you know, when you first sign up, you hit the Poshmark download app, and then it says, do you want to import through Facebook? If they do that, they can't put in your code. So you won't get the $5 and they won't get the $5. So I have had one friend that did it that way and then realized she did it wrong, went back and was able to do it just by downloading the app. And I was able to get $5. So like my son did it, and I don't know what he did wrong, but he wasn't able to sign up. And he emailed Poshmark and they gave us both $5. So because he said, you know, I don't know what happened, but he wasn't able to do it. And so I will post my referral code on Poshmark all the time. Hey, if you're thinking about making some money on Poshmark, this is what you do. And I give the step directions. I don't know why. I think Poshmark kind of makes the loophole so that not as many people get the money because I'm sure they don't like losing the money, but it's really annoying that they can't download it on the website and they can't do it through Facebook because then you both lose out that money. Because I've had so many people. If you get the notification that says your friend from Facebook has joined Poshmark and started following you, that means they didn't do it correctly. They did it through Facebook, which you can always sign up and then it'll give you the option later. Once you've signed up correctly with the user code, it'll give you the option later to input your friends from Facebook, or see what friends are on Facebook on Poshmark. So I've probably made, I don't want to waste y'all's time and look right now, but I want to say maybe $60, $65, and that's $5 a person. So that's how many people I've signed up just by telling my friends about it, by showing, I've had random people just like at a store or something. If they say, "Oh, I love your purse," I'm like, "Poshmark," and they're like, "What?" And then I tell them, I want to get business cards printed with my referral code because that would help me out a lot. Also, this is kind of shady. I feel like it's a little shady, but whenever I am in, but hey, business is cunning. If you want to make money, you might have to be a little shady like me. On those buy sell trade sites on Facebook, if you see someone posting something like a Vera Bradley or Nike or something, and they're putting it for a really low price, I'll comment, "This brand sells really well on Poshmark." And then they'll comment like, "Oh, what's Poshmark?" And then you can just send them a private message with all the information. I've gotten 2 friends like that that have signed up underneath me. So, I mean, it's, I think you might be able to get kicked out of groups. I have never gotten kicked out of one for doing that, as far as I know, that you are referring them to sell somewhere else. But because I think a lot of people just don't know what Poshmark is, and they don't realize that you're sending them somewhere else. But let's see, what else? There we go. Okay. Also by me posting on social media, like I'll post, like I had a really cute Lucy sweater, like a workout sweatshirt. I posted that. I got all kinds of comments. "Oh, this is so cute. How much are you selling it for?" And I'll just say new up on Poshmark, and I do that once every few days or something. But I don't have a separate Poshmark like Instagram. I just have my regular Instagram, and I post Poshmark stuff on all the time. I just feel like I really don't want to do a separate one. I might do that eventually, but right now I don't have a separate one. But I use, and you guys know about hashtags, I'm sure. Hashtags, if you want to find more friends that sell Poshmark and I'm posting, look on the top hash marks like Posh Boss, Poshmark Reseller. There's all kinds of hashtags that you can find a bunch of other online friends that sell on Poshmark as well, and learn a lot of tips. I've seen a lot of fun little like memes about like lowball offers and stuff like that. And also by me posting on Facebook and saying how much money I'm making, like, "Oh my gosh, I just sold $100 worth of stuff," or, like last week I had a pair of shoes that I sold for $78, I think, or $68 that I bought at Goodwill. And, Goodwill's never more than like $10, and I got on the half off day. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. My friend got it for me, and she paid full price. But still, it's sweet that you can make $60 on something that costs you like $8. So I just kind of like to brag about it because I know I'll get more people being like, "Oh, what's Poshmark and how do I do it?" And I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that have said, "Julia, I have a bunch of clothes I want to sell, but I just don't have the time." And I'm like, "Great." Oh, 7. One more that hasn't actually given me your stuff, but it's going to. That they just don't have the time to do it, and they want to make some money. So I have, I made quite a bit of money. I give them 40%. I keep 60% because I'm doing all the work. And then of course I have to store all their stuff, which makes my Poshmark room be a little bit crowded. But hey, it's money, and to me it's basically a free item. I'm not having to pay for it. I just get to make money off of it. Obviously, I'm paying them a discount. And then also, if somebody gives you something that you have to clean, you take it to the cleaners. You take that entire price of the cleaners out of what they make. Because if people don't give me clean stuff, like I had a prom dress that was too dirty. It was gorgeous, and there was one little swipe of something up towards the bottom that I'm sure she didn't know about. And so when that sells, I'm taking the $30 cleaning fee out of it before I give her percentage. So I hope these tips have helped you guys. If you guys can think of any other questions or comments about anything that you're curious about in Poshmark. I was thinking about doing another one about how when you first sign up, because I've had a lot of questions about like the whole like picture thing and how to like fit a dress in a picture and whatever. People are a little confused about that. I know it took me a while too. Um, but if you like my page, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.